Ever wondered what the secret is to living longer and better? That magic formula that some people seem to know, which keeps them healthy, full of energy, and in a good mood, even as they get older? Well, today I want to invite you to join me on a fascinating journey. Let's explore together the foods that truly make a difference when it comes to longevity. But be warned, they aren't just the ones you might think. Some of these foods may surprise you and completely change how you view your diet. So, stick with me until the end, because during this video, I'll not only reveal the foods, but also the small details about how to incorporate them into your daily routine to achieve a longer and healthier life. Who knows? You might even start taking those steps toward a longer life today. You know, the first thing we need to understand is that longevity isn't just about living more years. It's about living well. Quality of life matters just as much as quantity, right? And guess what? Science has already shown that nutrition is one of the most powerful factors in determining how long and how well you'll live. What you eat can literally change the fate of your health. But here's the catch. It's not about those trendy superfoods you see everywhere, nor those expensive supplements that promise miracles. It's about simple, common foods that we often underestimate, but have an incredible impact on our bodies. Do you want to find out what they are? Cruciferous vegetables. Let's start with a group that you probably heard of, but maybe don't know just how powerful they are. I'm talking about cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and kale. They act like real guardians of our health. These veggies contain compounds called glucosinolates, which help protect our cells from damage and significantly reduce the risk of chronic diseases like cancer. And you know what's even more interesting? Studies show that people who regularly consume these vegetables tend to live longer and have lower levels of inflammation in their bodies. In other words, we're talking about a natural shield against premature aging. The role of whole grains now. Let's talk about a group of foods that often gets overlooked. Whole grains. Yes, foods like oats, quinoa, brown rice, and even whole grain bread. They're an incredible source of fiber and antioxidants that help keep your heart healthy and regulate blood sugar levels. Did you know that in regions of the world where people live the longest, like the famous blue zones, these grains are eaten daily? That's right. Whole grains are a fundamental part of the diets of those who live to be 100 or more, with enviable health. So, how about starting to include more whole grains on your plate? The power of nuts now. Let me share a secret. If there's a food group that resembles a magic potion for youth, it's nuts. Walnuts, almonds, cashews, and hazelnuts. These little wonders are packed with healthy fats, antioxidants, and nutrients that help protect your heart and boost brain function. And the best part is, you only need a small daily portion to reap the benefits. A handful of nuts can reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease and help you control your weight. And if you think fats are villains, the fats in these nuts are your allies for a long and vibrant life. Berries. Defenders of youth. Now we get to the stars of the show, berries. Strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. These little treasures are literally packed with antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds that fight free radicals, helping to slow down the aging process. Not only are these berries delicious, but they also help improve cognitive function and protect memory. People who regularly eat berries tend to have sharper minds and a lower risk of developing neurodegenerative diseases. So, the next time you think of a snack, think of a bowl of berries. The surprise on the plate. Fermented foods now. This next category is a real game changer for anyone who wants to live longer. Fermented foods. Natural yogurt, kefir, kimchi, sauerkraut. These foods are rich in probiotics, which are the good bacteria that help balance our gut. And did you know that gut health is directly linked to our immune system and longevity? Yes, taking care of your microbiome is essential for a long and healthy life. People who consume fermented foods regularly tend to have better digestive health and less inflammation in their bodies, which is one of the biggest enemies of healthy aging. We can't leave out the powerful green tea. This tea has been consumed for centuries in Asian countries, where life expectancy is among the highest in the world. It's rich in catechins, compounds that help fight cellular aging and protect the heart. Drinking 1 or 2 cups of green tea a day can help reduce the risk of several diseases and, on top of that, boost brain function. So, how about swapping your coffee for a cup of green tea and toasting to your health? These are just some of the foods that really make a difference when it comes to longevity. The most important thing is that you don't have to change everything all at once. Small changes in your daily routine, by incorporating these foods we've just explored, can have a massive impact on your health and your future, exploring deeper benefits and fascinating facts. You know what's amazing? Many of these food choices that we've just explored have effects that go far beyond simply prolonging life. Let me tell you a secret that science has uncovered. The compounds found in these foods, like antioxidants and fatty acids, have the ability to influence even our genes. That's right. The way you eat can activate genes that help fight inflammation and repair damage in the body. It's like you're programming your own body to function in the best way possible. For example, nuts like walnuts have a combination of vitamin E, omega-3 fatty acids, and antioxidants that help protect your cells from oxidative stress, which is one of the main culprits of aging. And here's something fascinating. A study involving more than 100,000 people showed that those who ate a handful of nuts daily had a 20% lower risk of dying prematurely compared to those who didn't. Now, let's talk about how to incorporate these foods into your daily life in a way that's practical and delicious. Because, let's face it, it's not enough to know what's good for you if you can't fit it into your routine, right? I'm going to share some easy ideas that you can start using today. How to easily incorporate these foods. Cruciferous vegetables. How about adding some broccoli to your dinner? You can saute it quickly with a bit of olive oil and garlic. Or, even better, use kale in your morning green smoothie. Small steps like these can make a huge difference over time. Whole grains. An unbeatable tip is to replace white rice with brown rice or quinoa. You can also start your day with a bowl of oatmeal, rich in fiber, which will give you energy and keep you feeling full for hours. Nuts. Here's a golden tip. Carry a small bag of walnuts or almonds with you. It's a healthy and convenient snack for when you get hungry in the middle of the afternoon. Just a handful is enough to reap all the benefits. Berries. Berries are perfect to add to your breakfast. Mix them with natural yogurt or sprinkle them over toast with peanut butter. Not only are they delicious, but they also add a burst of color and freshness to your plate. Fermented foods. If you haven't tried it yet, give kefir or kombucha a shot. They're easy to find and a great way to boost your gut health. Your digestive system will thank you. Green tea. And when it comes to green tea, try swapping your afternoon coffee for a cup of this drink. It's not only relaxing, but also gives you a clean energy boost, without the energy crash that coffee sometimes causes. The importance of consistency and small steps. I know that sometimes changing habits can seem like a huge task, but I want to remind you that it doesn't have to be that way. Longevity is achieved through small steps, small decisions that you make every day. And that's powerful because you don't have to change everything at once. Just by starting to add 1 or 2 of these foods to your daily diet, you're already doing something amazing for your future. And one more thing, longevity is also about enjoying the journey. Eating well isn't just about living longer. It's about living better. It's about having the energy to play with your grandkids, to go on that dream trip, to wake up every day feeling great. Secrets of the world's longest-lived cultures. Did you know that the longest-living cultures in the world have something in common when it comes to their diet? In places like Okinawa in Japan, Sardinia in Italy, and Ikaria in Greece, people eat these foods daily. But more than that, they have a secret that we often forget. They value eating slowly, in good company, and with gratitude for what they're consuming. So, here's one last secret that might be the most important of all. Eat with pleasure, with calmness, and make that moment a celebration of life. Eating well doesn't have to be complicated, and you deserve that kind of care. But this conversation is just beginning. I want to challenge you to try these changes. Start today. I want to hear how you're going to incorporate these foods into your routine and how you feel with these new choices. So, share your experiences, your questions in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going. Beyond food, living a full life. Now, let me share an insight that goes beyond food but is completely linked to these foods we've talked about. Longevity is not just about what we put on our plate. It's also about how we live our day-to-day lives. And you know what's interesting? When you start making healthier food choices, it creates a ripple effect in other areas of your life. For example, when you start eating better, you soon feel more energetic and motivated. And that energy inspires you to be more active, to exercise, to sleep better. And all of that contributes to better health and more years of life. These seemingly simple foods have the power to trigger a total transformation in how you feel and how you live. Curiosities about supercentenarians. One thing that always fascinates me is the story of supercentenarians, people who live past 110 years old. Often, when they're asked what their secret to a long life is, the answer is surprising. Sure, many talk about healthy eating, but they also mention the value of having a purpose, maintaining social connections, and, interestingly, avoiding stress. And this makes me think, maybe it's not just what we eat, but also how we feel about the life we're living. It's that magical combination of taking care of your body with the right foods while also taking care of your mind and heart. Because there's no point in living many years if it's not to live them with joy, with meaning, and surrounded by those we love, right? Now, if you think we've covered all the magic foods, just wait. There are still a few other foods that, if you haven't heard of, will surprise you with their power. Let's list a few more that you can start adding to your routine. Additional foods for longevity. Turmeric curcumin. This golden spice is well known for its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. Curcumin, its main active compound, helps fight inflammation in the body, which is linked to many chronic diseases. Add a pinch to your tea, soup, or rice. The flavor is incredible and the benefits are even better. Garlic. Garlic is a true natural antibiotic. It has compounds that help lower blood pressure, boost immunity, and even protect the heart. Here's a quick tip. Always crush your garlic and let it rest for a few minutes before cooking. This activates the healthy compounds. Fatty fish. Salmon, sardines, and mackerel are rich in omega-3, essential fatty acids for heart and brain health. Regular consumption of these fish is linked to a lower incidence of cardiovascular diseases and a sharper mind. Try to include them in at least 2 meals a week. The role of hydration and balance. And we can't talk about longevity without mentioning hydration. Our bodies are made up mostly of water, and staying hydrated is essential for all of our body's functions. Drinking water regularly helps detoxify the body, keeps the skin healthy, and ensures that all the nutrients we talked about are properly absorbed and distributed. And hydration goes beyond just water. We can also consume liquids through water-rich fruits like watermelon, cucumber, and oranges. Staying hydrated provides the necessary foundation for your body to function at its best, reinforcing the concept of purpose and happiness. And here's a final point, which might just be the most important of all. When we talk about longevity, we're not just talking about more years of life, but more life in those years. Studies show that one of the greatest sources of happiness and longevity is having a clear purpose, something that motivates you to wake up every day with a smile on your face. Whether it's spending time with your family, working on something you love, helping others, or simply enjoying peaceful moments in nature, that purpose is what gives color to your days and makes everything worthwhile. And believe me, that's one of the keys to living not just longer, but much better. So, my challenge for you today is this. Pick one of these foods, or even all of them if you can, and start making them part of your daily life. But more than that, find your purpose, something that brings you joy and a reason to live fully every day, because that is the real key to a long and fulfilling life. I want to see you living a life full of health, energy, and with a smile on your face. And if this video brought you any value, share it with a friend, your family, or anyone you love, because everyone deserves to discover these secrets to longevity. Subscribe to the channel, leave your like, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any content that will help you live not just longer, but better. So, tell me in the comments below, which of these foods do you already eat regularly? And which one will you add to your routine starting today? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notifications for more tips on how to live longer and better. Let's go on this journey together toward a longer, healthier life. Until next time.